What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives back again, and I have yet another unboxing for you guys. I know I'm just shooting unboxings your way all the time. I have so many reviews coming up, but I'm so excited about these Christmas presents and knives that I got that I really need to get these unboxings out there so I can start carrying these things and using them and really, rotate them through my EDC system. So the knife you're looking at is the Zero Tolerance 0801 in Blackwash. This is a Todd Rexford design and a knife I've been looking at for a very long time. I think it was Apostle P's video on this knife that really turned me on to it, and then I discovered maybe this is a knife I'll want in the near future, and of course it is now discontinued. They're still readily available, I think, at GP Knives and Blade HQ and things like that, and in fact a lot of them have discounted prices, so I urge you to snap one up before they're gone, because I do think this is a winning design, even though this is just an unboxing. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you guys the specs on it real quick, and then we'll go over my initial impressions, and we'll be done. So specs, we have a 3.5 inch blade. Your close length is 4.7 inches, making your overall length 8.2 inches. So not a huge knife by any stretch of the imagination, but a good size, at least in my hand. And I think a good EDC size. Blade thickness on this one, 0.16 inches, so nice stocky blade from ZT. What else would we expect? Handle thickness is 0.51. Pretty average for most people's standards, I think, around half an inch, just like Birdshot 4 says. And then your weight on this guy, 5.85 ounces. I know you guys, a lot of you are counting your ounces, and that's cool. But to me, these ZTs are so tough, so capable, and so well built. I don't really mind what they weigh. At least I haven't as of yet. So, it's under 6 ounces. That's cool for me. So let's go over the blade real quick. The blade is a drop point with no sharpening choil. I've heard a lot of flack about that one. We'll see if it bugs me at all when I sharpen, or if I'm using it. On this side you got 0801. This is the fully blackwash version. They do have, countless versions out there. They have the normal one in I think it's got a stonewash or satin blade. They got the one that's full DLC coated. Then they have the limited run versions. I can't even name them. I think there's like a copperhead one, with carbon fiber inlays. There's all sorts of different 801s, and I like the blackwash a lot. Like I said before, I know a lot of people aren't into it, but to me it reminds me of that Bethesda game Fallout. It looks very apocalyptic, like this knife has been through the end of the world, came out on top, and is ready for more. So you got a stone wash that's been over some sort of coating, PVD or whatever it may be. Great drop point design. This is flat ground from about 3/4 of the way up. Interesting top swedge on top, leaving your tip very thick here, some strength behind it, and then acute where you need it. ZT on the flat there. Rexford design, my serial number. And then this is USA made, of course. It is a zero tolerance knife, and this is in Elmax steel, a steel that is completely unfamiliar to me, even though I've heard tons about it. Now, ZT has recently made the change to all USA made steels, which Elmax is not. I believe it's made by Böhler out of Germany, somewhere in Europe. I'm sure one of you guys will know more than me. Should have prepared more for this video. But Elmax is a very serious hard use steel. I'm just going to hold an edge for a long time. I've heard great things about it, and I think it is a powdered metallurgy steel, but ZT has made the shift to CPM S35VN. They might be using a little bit of S30V as well. CTS 204P made by Carpenter. And what is their fixed blade in? Again, you guys might know better than I will. That Rick Hinver field knife. Anyway, Elmax, this is discontinued knife. I don't know when this one came out, but it's been out for quite a while. Titanium handles here. Interesting grooves in it. It's a little bit retro with that zero tolerance here, but I like it. Very curvy design. There's not a whole lot of flat areas on this. It's very flowing, and I think that's what Todd Rexford is known for. Not that I have any of his customs or have spoken with him, but I recognize the name. I've had a Kershaw R2 designed by him, and I can see why he's so popular just from his work in this one knife. Titanium frame lock, of course. If I can get a good deployment there, that was bad. Hitting pretty early. This thing locks up like a bank vault, just like all my other ZTs. Steel lock bar insert, and my favorite clip, the very simple, straightforward ZT loop over, and Kershaw for that matter, loop over, deep carry clip. You're only getting about that much out of the pocket. Lanyard hole here. 3 standoffs, and of course this is a flipper. you guys thought I was going to forget to talk about the action. Now, the action was something I was a little perplexed by when I first opened this knife. It's got a soft detent. It does. It's not one of those knives that's going to hurt your finger. I could flip this thing all day long, and it's just exceedingly comfortable. There's some jimping on that finger tab, that flipper tab. Jimping is actually pretty, it's not abrasive, but it's grabby. It does the job, and I think this thing likes both methods, both light switch and the push button. But if you do hit this wrong, it won't open all the way. I mean, if you just kind of give it one of those, it won't. But most of you guys are so into knives, so into flippers, that this thing will be no problem. And I actually like the softer detent. It gives something a little bit different to my ZT collection, where most of them are a little bit on the firmer side. Ergonomics are very good. I don't know if I had gloves, if my pinky would be floating off or not. But as far as normal bare hands go, this thing is great in hand with that curvy design. And I'm in love, guys. I really am. Every ZT that I've owned or even really messed with, I've been incredibly impressed by just the quality, the fact that they're USA made, the materials you're using, their flipping actions, everything about them I think is just in my realm of knife interests. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and remember, have fun with your knives.